Oh, hi, didn't see you there. I'm Thomas Harber, design engineer for lighting. So I'm going into my junior year at IPFW. I'm a big hockey fan, and all sports in general. I've been taking piano lessons for 9 years, and I have an interest in aviation. So how I heard about the internship was I had a contact at Dekko here. My dad actually works here, and he gave me an email for my current boss. So I was able to email him and send him my resume, and he got it to HR, and that's how I started the process. So my daily routine is I show up usually sometime around 7:15. I get to my office, open up my computers, boot up SolidWorks. That's where I spend most of my time. It's nice I got 2 monitors in addition to my laptop monitor, so I have my workflow really streamlined. So yeah, I'll show up, I'll see what my boss has for me, and then get started on that, maybe grab some coffee. And then I'll work through to lunch, and there are 4 of the interns work pretty close together here in the office, and so we usually hang out at Sal's office for lunch, so that's fun. Then after lunch, I get back to work, finish up whatever I had going on. Sometimes it involves actually like building something. There were some lights that some samples I put together. That was fun to do. And yeah, work to around 5 or so and go home. My current project is an indirect direct light. That's one that shoots some light up, some light down. So I was in a meeting not too long ago where I actually saw the decision-making process for how they were going to change certain aspects of the lights. So that kind of set that back a little bit in terms of where we were. I had been designing some stuff and making some models for that, so that got pushed back a little bit. So now I'm working on some stuff for my mentor, and that involves making some models to show some views and an instructional drawing. So that's the stuff that comes along with the light that shows you how to put it all together. So one of the cool things I got to do so far in this internship was my boss gave me a project to design a bracket that would have 2 different positions that you could put it in the light, so it would serve 2 different purposes. So he just kind of left it open-ended. He said, you know, here I need something that does this and this. You can kind of look at these things, these other brackets, to get an idea of how to do it. And so he just kind of let me loose on that, and it was a bit of a challenge. There were some things I had to overcome in designing it, but that was like one thing I did like all on my own. I designed it, and that was a lot of fun for me to do. It kind of like encompassed the whole design engineering thing for me. All right, so this is my office. I've got my motivation to keep working. Keeps me from goofing off. Over here we've got, this is one of the samples I built. Some instruction sheets I'm working on. This is my fidget spinner. And over here is one of my computers. My monitor is all set up. Some more random stuff here, stuff I'm working on. Oh, this is cool. This is a mini 3D printed version of our product that we're working on. And this is my sweater for when the AC turns on. This turns into a fridge. And yeah, that's just about everything, I think. My expectations for this internship were a couple of things. I wanted to learn more about the whole engineering process and get more experience with that, how decisions are made, you know, how do you actually start a project, come up with ideas for it, stuff like that. I also wanted to just experience on the whole. It's a good thing. I'm really happy with what I've been able to learn here. I also wanted to see more of like what a different type of engineering I could experience like from my past internship. And it has been different. This is the design side has been interesting for me. It's actually something I can get creative with, and it's just a little different from the hands-on stuff. You know, the hands-on stuff is great, but I like making stuff. So that's been a cool part of it for me.
So, Thomas, what are the 3 things that you cannot live without?
3 things I can't live without. All right, let's see. I'll go with family, music, and money. This will be great
You look
bloopers.
at it.
On my daily routine, I usually show up around 7:15 or so. So I,
And